Severe storms sweeping across the United States have left a trail of destruction and heartbreak, claiming at least 8 lives and causing widespread damage across several states. Communities from Oklahoma to Michigan are now beginning the difficult process of recovery after powerful tornadoes tore through neighborhoods, destroying homes, uprooting trees, and leaving debris scattered across entire towns. The deadly outbreak began late Thursday and continued into Friday, as a powerful storm system produced multiple tornadoes across the plains and Midwest. Authorities say 4 people were killed in the state of Michigan alone after a destructive tornado struck the Union Lake area in the southwestern part of the state. According to local officials, 3 of the victims were killed when the tornado ripped through parts of Union Lake, leaving a path of devastation behind. At least 12 others were injured in the same storm and taken to nearby hospitals. Emergency crews worked through the aftermath, searching damaged buildings and helping residents escape collapsed or severely damaged structures. Another fatality was reported in nearby Cass County, where the same storm system caused significant destruction. Officials say several people were injured there as well, while large structures suffered major damage. In response, local authorities declared a state of emergency as first responders and rescue teams moved quickly to assess the situation and assist affected residents. The tornado responsible for the Michigan destruction was fueled by a powerful supercell thunderstorm. Meteorologists from the National Weather Service issued a rare warning known as a particularly dangerous situation, a designation used only when forecasters believe a tornado poses an extreme threat to life and property. As the storm moved through areas near Three Rivers, Michigan, it generated violent winds capable of tearing apart buildings. Large fragments of buildings were launched into the air, while sections of roofing were peeled away from storage facilities. In another recording captured in Union City, massive pieces of debris could be seen flying through the sky, as a witness exclaimed in shock that an entire house had just been swept away. State officials quickly activated the Michigan State Emergency Operations Center after reports of widespread damage began coming in from Branch, Cass, and St. Joseph counties. Emergency management teams are continuing to evaluate the destruction while coordinating recovery efforts. But Michigan was not the only state struck by deadly weather. In Oklahoma, storms that struck overnight Thursday had already claimed 2 lives before the tornado outbreak moved farther north. Authorities say a mother and her daughter were killed when their vehicle was struck by a tornado while traveling on a rural highway in western Oklahoma. The victims were driving near State Highway 60 and 243 Road, just west of the town of Fairview, when the powerful storm overtook them. A tornado warning had been issued for the area shortly before the incident, but the storm intensified rapidly. The same weather system continued to produce dangerous conditions across Oklahoma. On Friday, another round of severe storms struck the town of Beggs, where 2 more people were killed. Local authorities later confirmed that all residents had been accounted for and no additional missing persons were reported. Officials across the state have been urging residents to remain alert as storms continue to move through the region. Emergency responders and state agencies remain actively involved in recovery and damage assessments, especially in communities that experience the worst impacts. Meteorologists say the severe weather outbreak was fueled by an unusual combination of atmospheric conditions. Unseasonably warm air for early March surged into the central United States, while a powerful shift in the jet stream created the instability needed to trigger severe thunderstorms. Those storms produced not only tornadoes, but also extremely large hail and destructive winds. In fact, reports from Thursday night show that at least 7 tornadoes were spotted across a wide stretch of the plains, from the Texas Panhandle all the way to south-central Kansas. Residents in those areas also reported hailstones the size of golf balls, or even larger, pummeling vehicles, rooftops, and farmland. In Grant County, Oklahoma, Another tornado was reported to have knocked down trees and power lines while damaging multiple buildings. The National Weather Service continues to gather information from storm surveys to determine the strength and exact paths of the tornadoes. While the most intense storms have begun to weaken slightly, the threat has not completely disappeared. Meteorologists warn that parts of Arkansas and Texas could still face dangerous weather conditions. These events serve as a reminder of how devastating the impact of severe weather can be when it forms.